I'm just going to talk you through how I went from this, where I was around 13-14 stone, to this and this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and if you're new here then welcome. My name is Shelley. Today's video I've tried to sit down and film a handful of times and I've just not been able to do it. It's definitely a topic that can be quite sensitive, so I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it correctly. And yeah, I also just want to say before we do go into the video that I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a personal trainer or anything like that. I'm just going to talk through what I think worked for me, what I regret doing, and just some tips and tricks and a bit of advice that I learned along the way. I am still on my fitness journey. I'm definitely not where I want to be, so I'm still learning and growing every day. But yeah, before I ramble on, this video is going to be about my weight loss journey, and I'm just going to talk you through how I went from this, where I was around 13-14 stone, to this and this. I'm currently 9.5 stone and my height is 5'8". So it's definitely been a hell of a journey, and it's definitely fluctuated up and down over the years. The first picture you saw, I was in year 8, so I was around, let me check that. So I was around 12-13 years old and I'm currently 25, so it's been like 12 years. So let's just start from the beginning. Growing up, I have always been a really chubby kid. Even since I was born, I was always really chubby, always had those big like chubby cheeks.
She's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
And actually my family used to refer to me as a human dustbin sometimes because I would literally eat everyone's leftovers. I did get bullied a little bit at school for being overweight, but I never really wanted to do anything about it until I got to like year 9, year 10, which is when I actually did start to lose the weight. So fast forward to year 10, I think I was just at that age where you do just care more about what people think and you're just more bothered by the comments that people make and things that people say, and it definitely was the case for me. I know you guys are gonna probably find this crazy, but I would say the main thing that actually helped me lose weight was because I got braces. And obviously after getting braces you'd have to get them tightened quite a lot, and I remember the pain just being so bad that I just couldn't eat. I would always be really sad because my mum would always take me to McDonald's after the dentist appointment to sort of cheer me up, and I could never eat it. I had to like soften it with water just so I could eat it. At that point I genuinely think that I started to associate food with pain, just because it hurt so bad, and I just stopped eating as much as I used to, and I definitely think that kick-started it for me. Obviously wouldn't recommend you getting braces to lose weight, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that's actually what kick-started it for me, amongst all of the comments and, you know, insecurities that I had about my body. And then I guess apart from the food aspect, I actually started working out, and I would not let myself sit still. So even if I was just sitting in front of the TV, I could not just sit in front of the TV. I would tell myself, if you want to watch this program, you have to sit there and do 500 sit-ups or 500 jumping jacks. And I would just really push myself every single day to do like 10 more sit-ups or 10 more jumping jacks. And I guess that definitely motivated me more because I started to see more results with the combination of like diet and working out. And I think that's really important if you are, you know, starting your weight loss journey or you are on your weight loss journey, is to try and incorporate some exercise and working out into it as well, because whilst diet is super important, you might be left with a lot of loose skin and your body might not look as toned as you'd want it to be when you do eventually lose all the weight. So I'm definitely glad that I did some exercise and like workouts whilst I was dieting as well. Yeah, I guess I started going for jogs quite a lot. I really got into like avocado on toast, and I would literally eat that like for breakfast every single day without fail. If you guys want to see like what I eat in a day, or talk you through my actual like diet plans during that time, then let me know and I'll definitely do that as well. But I was always a sucker for fast food, and I knew that I couldn't eat fast food 3 days a week if I wanted to lose the weight, so I had to cut that out. But it didn't mean that I couldn't still enjoy my food, especially with my mum cooking Indian food, like a vegetarian Indian food that was actually quite healthy and nutritious as well. It was actually a lot easier than you think it would be. But then for me anyway, I definitely started putting it on a bit more again when I got to maybe year 12, year 13, just because it was a very, very stressful time. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. A-levels were hell. They were so stressful. I would stress eat. I just feel really rubbish about myself, which led me to eating more, and it was just really unhealthy mentally, physically. So I started putting it on again, wasn't motivated to work out or anything because I didn't feel like I had time, and it just got to a point where I was like, nah, I need to get out of bed, I need to like start working out again. So after my A-levels, managed to get into the uni I wanted to, went off to Birmingham, and first year you end up drinking a lot and your lifestyle is just not that great. So here's me thinking that I'm gonna make a new start and I'm gonna work out and I'm gonna get my body right, and it just didn't happen. Especially when you're a student, you're living on a budget, fast food, like unhealthy food tends to be cheaper. So you'll drink like 3 days out of the week because you've got loads of student events going on or student nights, etc. And you wake up the next day and you're feeling rubbish, you don't feel motivated to work out, and I'm sure that a lot of people went through a similar thing at uni. I definitely wish I didn't drink as much and I like started my whole fitness health journey a lot sooner, because I know for a fact I would be a lot closer to my goal now if I did. You can achieve so much in a year, it's crazy. I'd say second year, third year I started working out a bit more. I do like at least 20-30 minutes a day with like 2 rest days per week. It'd just be a combination of like crunches, some squats, maybe some jumping jacks, and maybe I'd go for a run if I felt like it, but I hate cardio, I hate it so much, so I would always avoid it. And yeah, I did start to lose a little bit of weight like second and third year, but I think that was because I tried not to eat as much as well. I think I really started to get into my head that, oh, last time I lost loads of weight is because I had braces and I didn't eat a lot. Maybe I should do the same thing again. And honestly, I really regret doing that now, because I'm in a position now where I'm probably the fittest I've ever been, and that's because I'm eating 3 to 4 meals a day, like healthy meals, working out consistently, like actually found like a workout and routine that works for me, and I'm actually getting somewhere. So yeah, I would definitely say I've learnt the most this year, which is why I wanted to do this video, and just give some advice on what I've learned along the way. So my number one piece of advice is that weight loss is not the key to being happy. So I just felt like I had to talk about this because it's something that I realised actually very recently. My main goal in life was to lose weight, and this was because I thought that losing weight would make me happy and life would be perfect and everything would be amazing, and this is just not the case at all. Yes, losing weight is great and it might make you feel a little bit better about yourself, but if you do not love yourself first and if you are not happy with who you are, then losing weight is not going to fix all your problems. So really and truly, it all comes from your confidence and self-esteem, and no weight loss or body transformation in the world is going to give you that. That's something that you're going to have to do for yourself internally. I did not need to lose weight for me to understand like I'm a great person. I don't need a number on the scale to determine that.
You go, Glen Coco!
So I hope you guys can all find that eventually as well. It's definitely not easy, and I still have days where, you know, I get really down, but as long as we realise that weight loss is not the key to happiness, then we're on the right track. Number 2 piece of advice is not to weigh yourself. So I know this might be a bit of a weird one to a lot of people, but I used to weigh myself quite a lot during the start of my weight loss journey, and honestly, if anything, it deterred me more than motivated me. I would weigh myself every single day, and if you're weighing yourself every single day, you're obviously not going to see a massive amount of progress because only so much can happen within a day. So it just demotivates you. You're not seeing any change, and you're thinking all your hard work is for nothing, and you end up just giving up and not even bothering. That was definitely something that happened for me, and it took a while for me to realise that I didn't need to weigh myself. It should really be about how you feel in yourself. If you like the way you look, then who cares about a number on a scale? So that's definitely one thing that I would suggest not doing. So my number 3 piece of advice would be to exercise as well as diet and healthy eating. I say this because I definitely wish that I worked out more or incorporated weights into my workouts whilst I was losing all the weight, because I definitely think my body would be more toned than what it is now. And I've also had conversations with family and friends about this as well, who have said they've got issues with like loose skin and their body basically not looking the way they want it to. And I definitely think that one of the ways to help that would be to exercise and to incorporate weights. Number 4, I would say meal prep. Meal prepping is great. It just sets you up for the week. It also stops you from straying away from your food plan as well and sort of navigating to the more unhealthy options. Whereas if I had cooked all my meal prep for the week on a Sunday, I knew it was there, it was done, and it was healthy and nutritious and yummy, it's all good. My favourite meal prep meal is actually just some Thai chicken, make some sweet potato mash and chuck in some veg and done. Super easy, super low effort, and it tastes good too. And also one other thing that I've learned recently, this year actually, is that intermittent fasting does wonders for your body. I will also say that intermittent fasting is not a diet, it's more of a lifestyle. I don't even think twice about it now. I really don't get hungry until 1 o'clock. I'm able to eat my 3 to 4 meals during that 8-hour window.
You do.
I definitely suggest giving that a go. I know other people who also intermittent fast and they love it, so I'd be interested to see if it works for you guys too. Another piece of advice I would give to you is let your body enjoy some of the bad stuff sometimes too. It's actually really unhealthy if you don't give your body what it needs. You will have sugar cravings and crave a chocolate bar and milkshake here and there, and that's fine. Like, I'm the type of person that would always feel really, really guilty after eating a good chicken and chips or a milkshake, but if you keep resisting these cravings, then you're just going to crave it more and more, and then just end up going on like a massive junk food or sugar binge, which is something that I've done before, and it just sends you into a spiral, and it's just a vicious circle, because it got to a point for me where I could predict when I'd put on the weight, because I would stop eating sugar and anything bad for like a month, and then I would know that the next month I would crave all of the bad stuff and all of the sugar and just go crazy, and I would end up putting on so much more weight and feel just so bad about myself afterwards, and it's just not healthy. So once in a while it's fine to have your chocolate bar or to have an ice cream, like, it's fine. I think it's all fine as long as it's in moderation. So yeah, it'd just be such a shame if we couldn't enjoy the things we love as well. There's no reason that our weight loss journey has to be miserable and sad. Oh, and guys, this might surprise some of you, but to lose weight, you actually don't need the gym. I know, like, going to the gym can be quite intimidating as well, especially if you're like new to working out and you like have to get to grips with all of the machines and you don't want people looking at you. I've been there, like, that's partly why I don't like going to the gym. And I quickly realised that you generally don't need to go to the gym. You can do everything you need as long as you've got like a few weights, you've got a mat and you've got some workout clothes, you're good to go. So yeah, don't feel like you need to sign up to gym membership to like actually work out. I think the only reason that people might need to go to gym is just to feel a bit more motivated. I think when you're in that environment, you do just get on with it, whereas when you're at home, you know, there's no one around you, it's just you and your yoga mat, and you're like,
Can I really be bothered? No one's watching, it's fine, like, I don't need to do it.
And I guess another reason is because of like the weights, and if you are going to the gym to actually lift weights and like more strength training, then fair enough, but especially if you're starting out, you can literally just do it from your own room. And there's more than enough like videos on the internet and just like people doing free live workouts for you to kickstart your journey. Challenge yourself. Like, nothing is going to change if you are consistently doing the same workouts or just doing the same thing that you usually do. I know it might make you feel better because you feel like you're doing at least something, but you need to push yourself if you want to make any change. Start with a new workout, introduce an extra workout to your workout routine.
What I say is, if you're not feeling the pain the next day, then something's wrong. Like, you need to feel the burn.
Some of the best videos that I've come across, especially for like beginners, Chloe Ting has some really good videos. Hannah Mealy I really like, Emmy Wong, and then I'd also say Lucy May Finnegan. Oh my god, like, her workouts are killer, but they really do the job. Like, I can't tell you, there's not been one workout that I've done with her where I've not literally been dripping in sweat. Like, she is amazing, like, she's such a beast. I love her. And then I also say like Juju Shake is really good too. And one thing that really helped me during lockdown was Alexandra Louise's live workouts. She does like 8-minute HIIT workouts, and oh my god, like, one thing that I've learned is that you generally don't need to do 60 minutes of workout a day. You could literally substitute your 60-minute of like low intensity workout a day for a high intensity 10-minute. And especially if you're busy and you're like, you don't want to spend loads and loads of time on you're working out, then honestly you need to get on HIIT training. So HIIT basically stands for high intensity interval training, and it's just like super high impact. You're keeping your heart rate up and you're not stopping. So it is quite intense, but it really does the job. That is probably the main thing that I've seen transform my body. I never used to have any definition. Now I've started to see more definition on my stomach, which has always been my problem area, and I've always hated it. I'm actually starting to love my stomach now because of it. So definitely try HIIT. It's the one thing that's worked for me. Try and get people involved in your workouts, because it can get really demotivating when you're doing it by yourself. But if you have someone else there to like tell you to keep going, and you're like sort of motivating each other, it helps so much. So definitely do that. I always try and drag my little sisters with me to work out with me, and it just keeps me more motivated and just hypes me up more for the workout. So I thought I would also just talk you through what I do day to day now. In terms of my workouts, I tend to do 15 to 20 minutes every day of HIIT workouts. So whether I'm doing like Alexis Friend's ab workout and then doing some moves that I learned from Lucy May, I switch it up every single day just so my body doesn't get used to it. If you are starting out, definitely just give it a go with 10-minute HIIT workouts. I'll link down below some of the workouts that I find really useful and that I always go back to. Some things that I actually want to try out and I've actually ordered is some skipping ropes. I've been watching these really crazy like jump rope transformations where people jump rope for like a week or two and they've like lost like 5-6 pounds and they're just looking amazing. So that's definitely something that I want to try, and just to see if like skipping rope is something that I should be incorporating into my workout routine. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this video super long, even though I know there's so much to cover. I'm sure there's probably so much that I haven't said, but yeah, I just wanted to end this video just saying that we're all beautiful, like we all come in different shapes and sizes, and like I said before, losing weight is not going to make you happy. That all starts within yourself. And I know it might sound really cheesy, but it's so true. It's something that I wish I'd known sooner. I wouldn't have spent so long like chasing such an unrealistic and actually really damaging dream and goal. So yeah, that was just my story about how I lost weight over the years. I do really hope that at least one of you got something out of this video. And also guys, before you go, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really does mean so much to me, and it will just show that you actually enjoy the content that I put out. And I'll be back next week with another video. Bye guys.